evening. This is Tuesday and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghui Kim Kongsai. First, the headlines. Kuki People's Alliance welcomes President's rule in Manipur, reaffirms UD demand. Manipur Chief Secretary reviews law and order in Churchampur. Biren divided Manipur. Mirapaibi protests for ₹500, says BJYM leader in trouble for explosive remarks. News in detail. The Kuki People's Alliance (KPA) has expressed its support for the imposition of President's rule in Manipur, describing it as a long overdue development that underscores their commitment to seeking direct central rule under Article 239A of the Indian Constitution. The KPA believes that such a move is critical to securing the constitutional rights, physical protections, autonomy, and self-governance for the Kuki people. The KPA has highlighted the historical marginalizations and exclusions faced by the Kuki people, stating that the current state administrations, particularly after the recent state-sponsored attacks and alleged ethnic cleansing, has made it clear that coexistence with the Métis community under a single administration is no longer possible. According to the alliance, the past 22 months have witnessed sustained aggressions with what they describe as a majoritarian Métis subjugative attitude towards tribal people. The notions of maintaining Manipur's territorial integrity based on narratives such as illegal infiltrations, non-indigeneity, and narco-terrorists have proven entirely baseless. The entire KIIT is geared to grape Kuki land in the foothills adjoining traditional Métis Valley, while acknowledging the challenges posed by illegal immigrations, including its impact on resources and electoral integrity. The KPA arcs civil discussions on issues like immigration, land rights, and social justice rather than resorting to physical violence. In light of the ongoing crisis and the struggles faced by the Kuki people over nearly 2 years, the KPA has reaffirmed its demand for the establishment of a union territory with a legislature to ensure that the future safety and security of the Kuki people. The KPA has 2 MLAs in the 60-member Manipur Legislative Assembly. They are Kim Neo Hang Sing of the 46th Cycle Assembly Constituency and Jin Lun Thang of the 60th Singat Assembly Constituency. Chief Secretary of Manipur Prasan Kumar Singh, PK Singh IAS, on Monday reviewed the law and order situations of Manipur's volatile Churchampur district in the aftermath of the arrest of 7 KIIT cadres along with arms and ammunition. The Indian Army and Assam Rifles under the 3rd Corps Spears on February 14 apprehended 7 KIIT activists for their possessions of weapons out of their designated camps. Accompanying the Chief Secretary was Manipur Director General of Police Rajiv Singh IPS and NK Uswal IPS IGP. In his maiden tour after the state was under the President's rule on February 13, PK Singh engaged with security officials to review the prevailing situations in the district to address issues affecting the general public, especially related to the underground's anti-social activities. It is worth noting herewith that altogether 25 Kuki underground groups are under peace talks, suspensions of operations with the central government. Under the agreement, they are not allowed to move out of their designated camps with the possessions of arms and other weapons. The Chief Secretary also visited Tuibong Churchampur district to assess public life and review the district's civil administrations. He was warmly received by the district administrations led by Deputy Commissioner Dharun Kumar as IAS at the conference hall of the Mini Secretariat Tuibong. During his visit, PK Singh held discussions with representatives of civil society organizations, CSOs of Churchampur and Parzol districts to understand local concerns. The Chief Secretary also interacted with displaced civil officers and medical students. Women protesters stormed former Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha (BJYM) President M. Baris Sarma's residence at Wangkai Ning Temple Krimapal, Imphal East on February 17, demanding an apology for his controversial Facebook post embarrassing Amira Paibi. The post, which claimed that Mera Paibi protest was staged for Rs 500 per participant, led to outrage among the protesters who deemed the remarks baseless and defamatory. One of the protesters, speaking on behalf of the group, expressed deep anguish over Barry's statement. "We are shocked and saddened by his remark. He has maligned the women protesters who have been actively working for the betterment of Manipur during this conflict. We demand an apology," the protesters stated. The post, uploaded on February 12, was seen as an attack on the integrity of the women who have long been at the forefront of activism in Manipur. The protesters gathered in strong condemnations, asserting that such baseless accusations tarnished the image of those participating in the protest. The situations escalated when Barry Sarma emerged from his residence and confronted the group of Mera Paibi. His angry response was captured in a viral video, further intensifying the controversy. During the confrontation, Baris expressed his frustrations, even directing his anger towards the group of women. In a surprising turn, Barry Sarma accused former Chief Minister Biren Singh of being responsible for the ongoing crisis in Manipur. He claimed that Biren had made several attempts on his life and revealed his involvement in various attacks under Biren's orders. "If you want to reveal everything, I will also disclose whatever I know. How many times has Biren attempted to kill me? I was the first person among the village defenders to be arrested. We went wherever Biren asks us to go. Come kill me if you want to, but I will speak the truth. Biren disintegrated Manipur," Baris declared in the viral video. This latest controversy has added fuel to the fire already tense political climate in Manipur, with both Barry Sarma's remarks and his public clash with women protesters drawing significant attention. The residents of Kangpokpi town are facing a severe power crisis with frequent outages disrupting daily life, business operations, and essential services. The Kangpokpi Town Committee KTC, representing the concerns of thousands, has submitted a formal request to the Deputy Commissioner, urging immediate and long-term solutions to the ongoing electricity woes. In their appeal, the KTC highlighted that power cuts lasting 4 days have become a routine issue in Kangpokpi district, allegedly due to faults in the 33 kV transmission lines under the jurisdictions of the Manipur State Power Company Limited (MSPCL). Authorities have reportedly blamed the problem on staff shortages and aging infrastructure, leading to delays in restoring electricity. The Kangpokpi Town Committee has outlined a set of urgent and long-term measures to resolve the power crisis. Deployment of adequate manpower for the operations and maintenance of 33 kV lines and renovations and re-stringence of the 33 kV power line connecting the current 33/11 kV substations of the Kangpokpi substation. Fast-tracking the commissioning of the long-pending 1323311 kV substations at Gampaso Supermena to ensure uninterrupted power supply for the growing populations and commercial sector. Kangpokpi Town, a key commercial hub in the district, is highly dependable on reliable electricity for business operations and economic development. The lack of a consistent power supply is severely hampering local trade, industries, and essential services. The KTC also emphasized that residents have shown full cooperation with the installations of prepaid meters by the Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited (MSPDCL) and continue to support revenue collections efforts. However, their patience is wearing thin as basic power supply remains unreliable despite their compliances. With frustrations growing among residents and business owners, the Kangpokpi Town Committee has urged the district administrations to take immediate actions by escalating the matter to the competent authorities. They have called for swift intervention to address the persistent power failures before the situation worsens. A relief material was once distributed again today at around 8 a.m. at Mini Secretariat under Tibung SDO Division. There are 47 relief centers consisting of 7,147 persons. With a relief material distributed, rice bag 398.11, dal bag 81.50, Nutella bag 81.70, tin fish 694, onion 20.45. Under SGO Lamka divisions, 32 relief centers are there with 5,599 persons, rice bag 312.38, dal bag 63.70, mustard oil 39.30, Nutella bag 64, and tin fish 544, onion 15.99. Under Saikot SGO division, 7 relief centers existed for 1,040 persons. Rice bag 57.90, dal 11.90, tin fish 101, onion bag 2.80. Under Singat SGO division, 944 persons are there in the relief camp with rice bag 52.70, dal bag 10.80, mustard oil 6.70, Nutella bag 10.80, tin fish 92, onion bag 2.70 are distributed. Under Sangaikot SGO divisions, there existed 4 relief camps consisting of 977 persons, rice bag 54.60, dal bag 11.20, mustard oil thinned 7, and Nutella bag 11.20, tin fish 96, onion bag 2.90. Total items distributed were rice bag 875.69, dal bag 179.10, mustard oil 110.80, Nutella bag 179.60, tin fish 1,527, onion bag 44.844, 15,707 people. Relief materials were distributed since 2023 under district administrations with other amenities like bedsheet, pillow, shop, diaper, etc. to help the displaced people. Transportation is done by CSO and medicine by CMO and water by PHED. The India Meteorological Department IMD has forecast dense fog conditions in isolated pockets of sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim today. The Weather Department also said that parts of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, and Manipur can experience thunderstorms accompanied by lightning today. The maximum temperature is likely to hover around 28 degrees Celsius with the minimum temperature at around 11 degrees Celsius. IMD said parts of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit, Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, Uttarakhand, and Himachal Pradesh can witness scattered light rainfall or snowfall. The UNLF, led by its chairman Bombay, is making a significant step in the ongoing peace process with the government of India, with reportedly recent allocations of rupees 111 crore for development or constructions of its 2 camp. However, a closer look reveals that the reported rupees 11 crore allocated by government is just a part of a much larger fund, according to a reliable source. In reality, our source said the central government has sanctioned rupees 28.99 crore to support the development of the camps. Of these, rupees 13.90 crore is designated for the Ingorok camp and rupees 15.09 for the Kakchin Kuno camp, both designed to host 400 cadets each, providing secured and structured accommodations for a total of 800 individuals. Our sources also signal that these 2 camps are just beginning of a broader effort to accommodate a larger number of UNLF cadets, while the leader engaged in political dialogue with the government of India. This indicates that UNLF has a larger number of seats of its army, and our sources reveal that the UNLF earlier proposed camp was originally 6 camp to accommodate its 2,500 standing MPA, its army. However, from the proposed 6 camp, the officials' approval of 4 additional camp is still pending due to region's ongoing security situations, and said 4 additional camps, according to sources, is located in Payang, Saiton, Nongsom, and Jiribam. Security forces in Manipur have arrested a self-styled chairman of the KCP-KK Ngamba group on Monday. The arrested self-styled chairman has been identified as 70-year-old Chongtham Manglim Zalmeiti, also known as KK Ngamba or Kangle Komba Angamba. Along with him, According to police, another active cadet of KCP, Kuki has also been arrested. He has been identified as Laisram Mangliamba Singh, 57, from Langol Ningtholekai under Lampel PS Info West District. In the last 24 hours, Maharashtra has reported 2 new deaths due to Guillain-Barré syndrome (GBS), raising serious concerns among health officials and medical experts. With the 2 new fatalities, the total count of GBS-related deaths in India now stands at 21. This sudden spike in GBS cases in the state has put the officials on high alert, with authorities closely monitoring the situations to prevent further escalations. Maharashtra has been the worst hit state in India by Guillain-Barré syndrome (GBS), recording a total of 17 deaths in the current outbreak, according to official report. In Pune last week, a 34-year-old man from Wangholi died after developing this life-threatening brain disorder. As per reports, the patient was experiencing tingling in his limbs, which quickly progressed to weakness the whole body. The man's loss of power in all the limbs progressed rapidly over the next 3 days, and soon he lost strength in his neck, respiratory, and facial muscles. He had trouble swallowing too, an official was quoted as saying. Apart from Maharashtra, that have been reported in Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal, with each state confirming 1 fatality. Amid the growing outbreak, Union's Union Minister for Ayush, Prataprao Jadhav, suggested the possibility of imposing travel restrictions in affected areas. If the disease is spreading from one region to another, imposing travel restrictions may become necessary, Jadhav said while speaking to reporters in Buldhana on Monday. A tragedy unfolded at the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology (KIIT) campus in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. On Sunday, February 16, a student from Nepal died by suicide. Tension has gripped the KIIT University campus after Nepali students staged a protest. The matter escalated, prompting the Nepal embassy to step in after instructions from Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. A Nepal national, Prakriti Lamsal, 20, was pursuing her BTech in computer science at KIIT University in Bhubaneswar. She was found dead in her hostel room on Saturday. Following Prakriti Lamsal's death, several posts emerged on social media claiming that she was being harassed by her former boyfriend. Her cousin filed a complaint alleging that the woman was being blackmailed by a male student at the university who led her to hang herself. Police say that Lamsal was found dead in her hostel room. They received a complaint from a person identified as Siddhan Sigdale on Sunday evening that his cousin had committed suicide in her hostel room. The police team immediately visited the spot and seized the body. Our scientific team has collected her laptop and phone as demanded by the agitating student, Bhubaneswar Deputy Commissioner of Police Pinak Misra said. We are undertaking a scientific investigations into the matter. A statement by KIIT on Monday, February 17 said a Nepali student studying in the 3rd year of BTech committed suicide in the hostel yesterday. It is suspected that the student was in a love affair with another student studying at KIIT. It is suspected that the student may have committed suicide due to some reason. After Prakriti Lamsal's death, at least 500 Nepali students started protesting at a KIIT campus in Bhubaneswar, after which they claimed they were evicted. The students blocked the road near KIIT, alleging that the authorities failed to take any actions when Lamsal approached the Institute's International Relations Office (IRO) to complain about the harassment by her batchmate. KIIT Registrar Jania Ranjan Mohanty confirmed that the student had lodged a complaint with the IRO over misbehavior by the accused, reports the Indian Express. Officials at the IRO counseled both students and warned the accused. However, they had not kept anything in writing from the accused, Mohanty told the publications. As protests at the university escalated, senior police officers appealed to the students to maintain peace. 2 platoons of police personnel were deployed to maintain law and order. The university ordered Nepali students to return home. They were filled into 2 buses and dropped at Kutak railway stations on Tuesday, February 18. In a video, university authorities say that they are feeding 40,000 students for free, which is more than the budget of Nepal, reports the print. First Post could not independently verify the authenticity of the video. A notice shared on social media said that KIIT University said that it is closed sign dime for all international students from Nepal. They are hereby directed to vacate the university campus immediately today on 17 February 2025. According to Anil Prasad Yadav, a student from Nepal, they were pushed out of the hostel. We went to the international office and stayed overnight on a dharna, but we were sent back. We were finally asked to pack up and leave within an hour. We don't know how we will go. We did not have food. We are trying to get a ticket, he told news agency ANI. Another student, Razan Gupta, said that they were forcibly made to vacate the hostel because they were protesting for the students who died by suicide. The staff member came and asked us to vacate. They even hit those who were not packing quickly, he complained. However, the institute later appealed to all Nepal students to return to the campus and resume classes. The KIIT administration has taken all-out efforts to restore normalcy in the campus and hostels to resume the academic activities, it said. The U-turn came after the Nepal government intervened. The Odisha government has asked the university to let the students stay in the hostel. It has been reported that military junta's airplane, apparently a bomber plane, hovers in and around Damu area, dropping some white objects as identified with naked eyes. Huge smoke is also visible from the region that seems to have blast large area. It has not yet been confirmed whether the plane percolating in a various vicious circle is engaged in bombing activities, or rather supplying essentials for the armies who are being checked out of provisions. The plane was first sighted at around 2 in the evening by Moray residents that continued its venture until 4 p.m. yesterday. Damu is a small town inside Myanmar which is about 4 kilometers from border town Moray. Aftermath, the military coup in Myanmar, relentless and incessant fighting broke out between junta army and NUG Federal Army. Bombing have been seen on a regular basis since then. The Israel Air Force IAF carried out a precise strike in Sidon, Lebanon earlier today, eliminating Mohammed Sahin, the head of Hamas operations department in the country. Sahin was reportedly involved in planning multiple terror attacks against Israeli civilians, acting under the directions and funding of Iran. Throughout the ongoing conflict, he was a key figure in coordinating attacks and served as a significant source of operational knowledge for Hamas. The strike occurred just before the deadline for Israel's complete withdrawal from southern Lebanon as part of a ceasefire agreement that ended the 14-month war with Hezbollah. Footages and videos circulating online showed occurring flames after the strike, which took place near a Lebanese army checkpoint and the municipal sports stadiums in Sidon. An Israeli drone strike in southern Lebanon on Monday killed the head of the militant Hamas groups in the country, Israel's military said. The Israel Defense Force said on Monday that it killed Mohammed Sahin, the head of Hamas operations department in Lebanon. The army accused Sahin of recently planning terror attacks directed and funded by Iran from Lebanese territory against the citizens of the state of Israel. The original withdrawal deadline was in late January, but under pressure from Israel, Lebanon agreed to extend it to February 18. It remains unclear whether Israeli troops will complete their withdrawal by Tuesday. Since the ceasefire, Israel has continued airstrikes in southern and eastern Lebanon, saying it is targeting military sites containing missiles and combat equipment. Israel and Lebanon have exchanged accusations of violating the ceasefire agreement. Skeptic about the U.S. rush to strike a peace deal with Russia, European leaders met for an informal summit on Monday, where they reiterated their continuing support for Ukraine and vowed to continue their joint support for Kyiv in the face of Moscow's invasion. However, they failed to provide any new security guarantees that could make a difference amid U.S. President Donald Trump's push to launch negotiations with Russia. Trump's approach to ending the war in Ukraine has left its European allies and officials in Kyiv worried that they are being largely sidelined by the new U.S. administration as Washington and Moscow plan direct negotiations. Their fears were heightened by a rare meeting expected on Tuesday in Saudi Arabia between the top diplomats from Russia and the United States. Trump is sending Secretary of State Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to Saudi Arabia for talks with Russian counterparts, according to a report by the Associated Press. It is unclear to what extent Ukrainian or European officials will be represented in discussions expected to take place in Riyadh. Trump's Ukraine envoy, KIIT said on Saturday Europe would not have a seat at the negotiating table. Instead, Washington sent a questionnaire to European capital to ask what they could contribute to security guarantees for Kyiv and who was ready to deploy troops. Europe has majorly relied on the security umbrella provided by the United States since World War II. But with Trump in the White House, who does not prioritize relations either with European partners or their defense, Europe needs to come up with a united front on security spending and Ukraine's future. Depending on the parameters of the Washington-Moscow talks over Ukraine and how emboldened Russian President Vladimir Putin feels by then, there is also a European fear this could end up changing their continent's security architecture. Putin has historically resented the spread of NATO eastward. From now on, the security of the continent depends essentially on the Europeans themselves and on their ability to maintain their unity. The informal summit in Paris among European leaders concluded without any concrete announcement, as the idea of deploying peacekeeping troops to Ukraine remains highly divisive, with France and Britain pushing for security guarantees and Germany bristling at accusations troops could be deployed. During the meeting attended by representatives of Germany, the United Kingdom, Italy, Poland, Spain, the Netherlands, Denmark, NATO, and the European Union, EU's leaders weigh measures including ramping up defense spending to be less dependent on the US, providing security guarantees to Kyiv, and sending troops to Ukraine as peacemakers in the event of a ceasefire. After the talks, French President Emmanuel Macron held telephone talks with both President Trump and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky. He said early Tuesday, calling for strong and credible security guarantees for Ukraine so that a peace deal does not end up like the 2014 and 2015 Minsk agreement that failed to resolve the conflict in eastern Ukraine. Zelensky later said he and Macron shared a common vision for how to achieve peace, including that security guarantees must be robust and reliable, he said on social media after the call. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he was prepared to consider committing British force on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But he insisted Washington had to involve, saying there must be US backstop because US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again. EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen also said Ukraine deserves peace through strength, and this should be respectful of its independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity with strong security guarantees, ready and willing, was how NATO Chief Mark Rutte described Europe's position after the meeting. Russia is threatening all Europe now, she added, warning the US against attempts to agree a fast ceasefire that would give Russia the chance to mobilize again, attack Ukraine or another country in Europe. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.